Fire's on. It's time for the bedtime story. Yesterday we talked about Carly. Today we're going to talk about Demeter. Now Demeter in the tarot deck is equivalent to the Empress. Demeter is the ancient Greek goddess of grain and nature and cycles. She's a fertility goddess and presides over the natural cycle of death and rebirth. Her sacred animals are the mother bear and the pig. Her symbol is the ripe sheaf of wheat or corn, from which bread is made to nourish the world. She symbolises the archetypal mother energy. One day, according to legend, Demeter was with her beloved daughter Persephone, the high priestess, in a meadow picking narcissus, when Hades, lord of the underworld, appeared from his kingdom underneath the earth, where he ruled over the dead, and stole beautiful Persephone away to be his bride. Hecate, goddess of magic and walker between the worlds, heard Persephone's pitiful cries, and she set off with her burning torch to guide by its light. So Hecate is the equivalent of the hermit. So we've got the 3rd, the 30th, the 27th, the 9th, the 2nd and the 29th. And was able to find Persephone in the underworld. She hastened to tell Demeter of her daughter's abduction, and Demeter's rage and grief knew no bounds. She turned from goddess of bounty and fertility to a crone, and caused the seasons to become perpetual winter. And for an entire year, no crops grew, no sun shone, and the people suffered greatly. Humanity pleaded with Zeus, the god, the king of the gods, to help, and Zeus was allowed grieving Demeter to have her daughter back, provided Persephone had not eaten while she was in the underworld. However, poor Persephone had eaten part of a pomegranate because she'd been so hungry. So the number of months she could be with Demeter each year was determined by the number of pomegranate seeds she had eaten. To celebrate her daughter's return, Demeter instructed mortals in the mysteries of descent to the underworld and return at her temple at Eleusis. When Demeter has her daughter, it is summer. When she returns to Hades, Demeter declares winter on this earth. So, if you find Demeter as a symbol anywhere, it's the true mother, not the sanitized version on the TV commercials. It's a true nurturer and fierce protector of the young and vulnerable. She protects those who are not yet able to protect themselves. She nurtures them tenderly and then releases them with love. She doesn't cling. She doesn't lay guilt on their children. Mother energy flows through her, and she is a magnet for stray humans and animals. The door is always open, and there is always a spare place at her table and in her heart. She may not be a biological mother at all, but in whatever capacity, she will nurture. Her work colleagues will treat her like a good mother that they never had, instinctively rushing in to offer the office for the listening it's the writing on this, it's not very good, and seeking out those for never-ending supply of common sense. Once she decides that someone is part of her family, it's her responsibility. She will go to the ends of the earth to protect them, as the original Demeter. So, determination is legendary. Power of the mother bear, protecting her young. It gives you the power to instinctively understand the depths in which we can all sink when a loved one is lost to us. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next read, because I'm going to do a read. It is to you that people will turn at these almost unbearable times. It is not necessarily your wise words, but something in your calm, accepting presence and your humble willingness to help that can soothe the most troubled spirit. Determination, staying power, strategy, and powerful instinct. All of these are the qualities needed to bring to birth and successfully rear young. Remember, your young may be your children, needy adults, or a creative project. The challenge with this, though, is burnout, physical and emotional exhaustion. Demeter is so ready to nurture the world, and it is so hungry for love and support that the demands on your time are endless. So, you must learn to get in touch with the deep core energy of your goddess so you can prioritize your time. Otherwise, you will run the risk of letting others drain you and turn you into a snappy, resentful harridan inside while still trying to nurture the world. This split is profoundly damaging to your psyche. What are your true priorities? Write them down, meditate on them, throw out the unessential, and make a commitment to yourself to spend a part of every day doing something you enjoy. Yes, every day. You owe it to yourself to become as kind to yourself as you are to others. Become your own best friend. Learn a new 2-letter word called no and practice it often. As in, no, I can't make 24 costumes for the school show before Friday. If you don't learn to say no, you won't be able to say yes to the causes and people that are closest to your heart. So remember, your goddess is not a pushover. When the king of the underworld stole her daughter, she held the whole world to ransom until she got her back. That was a very big no. Get fierce and focus only on the causes and people that make your heart sing. Men are extremely attracted to Demeter's motherly qualities, which is great as long as they love and respected their own mothers and therefore expect to have a loving and respectful relationship with you as a lover or wife. You will be able to bask in the love of a man who admires your sensuality and revels in the comfortable atmosphere you create around yourself. However, I know many wonderful Demeter who attract men who have deep unresolved issues with their own mothers, and at first they love and respect their bountiful Demeter, and then they turn into jealous, bitter and unfaithful little boys, unconsciously playing out a drama with mother and breaking the Demeter woman's heart. So beware. Although Demeter, you may appear to be one of the more conventional goddesses. In fact, you can often be found embracing a lifestyle that is wonderfully anarchic in nature, as your priority is creating a family, whether you are married to the father or not. You are much more interested in consciously or unconsciously creating your family than in having a suitable partner. In ancient societies, a child was known by its mother's clan name on the basis that matrilineal descent is much easier to determine and more important. The mother knows who her child is, the father may not. So we may be talking about paternity problems. The Demeter woman is quite capable of following in ancient tradition and taking different fathers for her children. If you want to have a more stable relationship, however, you may have to pay attention to your sex life with your partner so he does not just feel like a baby provider and leave you for an Aphrodite woman. So, a warning there. don't you think? Hope you enjoyed that. I'm just about to do one for those of you that are worried. I know there's a lot of you who've been in touch with me this past week, worried about loved ones who are ill, and some of them closer to passing than others. So if you look on the community page, I have put a post where we can all get together and channel our energy to help those in need. All you need to do is add a name to the list or put an emoji. It makes no difference to me. We all work together, because if we all work together as a collective energy, it's amplified by the crystal and we can make miracles happen. Believe. So, thanks for listening. Speak soon.